Christina Joy here, coming to you from Laguna Beach, and today we are going to dive into entrepreneurs expediting evolution and how you can harness the power of your mind to awaken your own inner knowing, expedite your own evolution, and therefore expedite the evolution of the collective consciousness. And as you guys know, I'm the founder of EDM Yoga, Christina Joy Coaching, Entrepreneurs Expediting Evolution, and a co-founder of Impact Psychedelics. At Impact Psychedelics, we do ketamine-assisted therapy online. And with all of these beautiful businesses, my primary intention is always to bring resources that are needed for the collective to the collective. So to create massive change and to give everybody the opportunity to heal themselves, to heal the world. And Entrepreneurs Expediting Evolution has been born because so many people have such beautiful offerings and so many things that they can gift to the world. And I know so many people who have these beautiful talents and blessings that they want to share, but there's not really a way that they have to get the energy out there so that people can know that they can help them, or be able to have something that people can actually go to buy. So the thing is, there's no sacred structure for the abundance to flow in. And so that's why EEE was born, and that's why we're doing the Entrepreneurs Expediting Evolution Challenge, because for me, as the founder of EDM Yoga, which is a yoga philosophy, it's not just about movement by any means. It's about cognitive behavioral coping skills combined with the law of attraction and ancient yogic philosophy and all sorts of other really divine mind manifesting techniques to be able to help you live the practice of yoga, which is a union with yourself, your physical self, and your soul. And so when you start to become aware that you are just a soul in a body, you start to realize that there are so many things that you actually decided before you even came to this planet. Your soul was like, I want to do this, that, and the other thing to help expedite the evolution of consciousness. And now you're starting to remember that, and that's why you're here. And today is Tuesday, and our Entrepreneurs Expediting Evolution is really connected to astrology and how the days of the week are ruled by different lighting bodies. And so today is Tuesday, which is your Mars. And your Mars is how you get shit done. So this video is going to cover how you can build the rocket ship, which is your business, and fly it to the moon at the same damn time, because it's gonna be messy. It just is. When you start a business, you're not gonna have your business like completely perfect. It's gonna be messy. There's gonna be things that aren't perfect, and you have to be okay with that. And that's a big part of Entrepreneurs Expediting Evolution. And our beautiful philosophy is that it doesn't have to be perfect. You don't have to be perfect. The biggest thing that you need to do is have an impulse and show up and take aligned action towards whatever that thing is. So you have all of these ideas, you're so excited about so many things, but you're afraid that what you're creating isn't good enough, so then you don't even put it out there. Or you're afraid that you don't have the background that you need to be able to do what you want to do, and you're just constantly getting more and more certifications, or you're working a job that you don't love because you're not really sure what the next step for your business is. And that's why EEE is so powerful, because we help you to alchemize your pain and make it into your passion. So what are the things that you've gone through in your life that have made you who you are? And how can you share that information with the world to help other people? Because your soulmate client is you a couple years back. And so being able to share your brand with people who need your help is literally your purpose, because we all have the same purpose. Our purpose is to evolve as a species. Like, let's not make this super complicated. The truth is, we're all just human beings on this planet Earth, right? And so now that you understand, oh, I'm the creator of my reality, and the reality that I'm living right now is literally just a manifestation of the thoughts that I've been thinking over the past however many years. And now I'm ready to think a new thought. Now I'm ready to tell a new story. Now I'm ready to create a business so that I can empower myself. And you guys know, my history in business started when I was 5 years old, when I started competing in dance, and I decided that I was going to be Tina the Turning Turtle, and I started making business cards because I wanted to make sure that I had brand awareness. And it's something as simple as like, oh, you really like doing something? Oh, you really find yourself talking about something with people consistently and they always have questions to ask you about? You should be monetizing that. Every single hobby that you have, you should be monetizing it, because if you're good at something, you can help other people become good at that thing, and they want your help. They need your help. They want to be inspired by you. And that's the thing, is if you're not showing up, you're not inspiring people, and people are sleeping in this fucking people are asleep right now, fam. Okay. So that's why it's important that you're here, because if you can show up and inspire somebody, imagine I didn't show up. Imagine I would not be who I am today, especially if I had never started Christina Joy Coaching, because by being a coach, I have been held accountable by every single one of my clients. And I've showed up every single week, almost every single week, except for when I was literally in the hospital for an allergic reaction, since 2020, when I first started Christina Joy Coaching, when the pandemic hit and I was furloughed. So you have this opportunity right now to say, hey, I love all of these things in my life, and here's the thing that I'm loving the most right now. And whatever that thing is, now you get to build a life around that thing. How freaking awesome is that? So you're like, okay, I was like, I love working out. I was working actually as the training director at LA Fitness. And so I was managing all of the trainers and all of the personal training accounts. And I loved growing my booty at that point, but I was really feeling kind of bummed out that we weren't offering spirituality or any consciousness growth within my job at LA Fitness. And when COVID hit and I was furloughed, I ended up deciding, you know what, I'm going to make content. I'm going to, really hit the ground running. And that's when TikTok launched. And when TikTok launched, it was very easy to grow very fast on TikTok. Within the first 2 weeks on TikTok, I had 20,000 followers. And that's when I knew, holy, I can do this. I can be an influencer. Let's fucking go. And I decided, okay, well, now I really don't trust TikTok too much. So now my mission is to take all of my TikTok people over to Instagram and to build on Instagram, because I really love the platform of Instagram. And I really love how I can have a group there that's empowered, and I trust the platform and all of this. And so in my mind, I was like, okay, we're doing this now. And then I started building out Christina Joy Coaching. I was really in a tough space financially, but I spent all the money that I had and leveraged my credit cards to invest in a business coach, knowing that if I had a process that worked, that it would work. Because the truth is, when you do the work, it works. Literally with everything in your life. You get out what you put in. And so I did my first launch, and I made so much money that I paid for my business coach and so much more. I completely cleared all of my debt, and I had infinite abundance. And I literally don't know who I would be if I didn't take that leap and make that commitment to myself, because I would be running around searching for jobs to work for other people still, I think. And that's just not who I came here to be. And I've known that my whole life. And so if I wasn't living in alignment, I wouldn't feel good. I wouldn't be in my best physical apparatus, because you do everything like you do anything. And when I'm not living in alignment, if I'm not taking action towards a goal, I literally will find anything to freak out or nitpick about. But if I'm activated and I'm tuned in and tapped in on a goal, I am lit up and I feel so, so good. And so it's about finding out what lights you up and what makes you passionate, and then having a solid structure and a proven plan to be able to manifest what you want into form. And you have to find people who have done what you want to do, and you want to stand on their shoulders, because it's not about recreating the wheel. It's really about taking what you like from every system of thought and then creating your own perspective of what that means for you. And that's going to resonate with your soulmate client. Again, that's going to be someone who is in the same position that you were in about 3 years ago. And so think about that. How can you articulate your brand? How can you show up? Where do you want to show up? A big part of the EE program is figuring out what platforms are best for which business, right? So a little bit about the history of my businesses is, right? Christina Joy Coaching was mega on Instagram. TikTok was huge, but I didn't trust it because all this weird China stuff. So I was like, ugh, I'm not trying to deal with that. So migrate over to Instagram, vibe there, right? Christina Joy Coaching, we did all of that. We actually did a bunch of our challenges through Facebook, which I'm not a huge fan of Facebook. I just don't like it. I just don't like being in the app. And I customize my life to be exactly the way that I want it. And so we had our groups in Facebook, and I was just feeling like, I don't really like being in this app, and I create my own reality, and this is my own business. So let me just migrate us over. And now Christina Joy Coaching, the Soul Fam, lives inside of Instagram, and we do everything in Instagram, which is so perfect because I love being in Instagram. So if you have a platform that you really love, right? You love Instagram. So why wouldn't you build your entire business into something that you're literally already doing, something that you already love, something that already inspires you, where all the people that inspire you are? Why wouldn't you do that? So then we're thinking like, okay, and then for YouTube, the manifestation of EDM yoga is really, really cool because I've always my whole life really wanted to create some sort of a structure similar to like the idea of Zumba. And when I turned 18, my first gift that my mom gave to me for my 18th birthday was my Zumba instructor certification. And so I started teaching Zumba, and I loved it. It was so much fun. And the second gift she gave me for that same birthday was skydiving, and that was also really cool. But Zumba is such a powerful structure and force of nature. The way that Beto Perez created Zumba and then licensed those techniques out inspires me. And so I'm thinking about like, what am I going to make? And I became a yoga teacher, and I love teaching yoga. Yoga saved my life. When I was teaching Zumba, you guys, I was drinking so much alcohol. I was prescribed Adderall in college. And so I would literally party all night. I would be up drinking all night. And then I would pop an Adderall. I would take a shot, and then I would go teach Zumba. I'm not even kidding you guys. I was off the rails. I was so sad. I was self-medicating. I was not able to process any of the trauma that I had experienced, and I didn't know how to handle my life. And I was so sad and so scared. And I didn't even really understand the workings of my mind at that point. And I was teaching Zumba, and I gave my resume to teach Zumba at a yoga studio right near where I was living in college. And after I started working there and being an intern there as a business student, I was an intern at this beautiful yoga studio, Tranquil Souls Yoga, which I love. And they were like, well, what if you did a yoga teacher training? And I was like, I can't do that. I'm so crazy. I'm running around. I'm a Zumba teacher. I'm like literally a party girl. I'm so crazy. I can't do that. And I started taking the classes because I would have to be there anyways to sign people in at the desk, because I was the intern and then the manager of the studio. And so I started taking the classes, and yoga saved my life. I stopped drinking. I weaned myself off of Adderall. I literally did a 360. Like it was like a portal. Yoga changed my life. And that's why I'm so passionate about sharing all of this, because I feel like if my parents knew what I know, that my life would have been completely different. And so that's why expediting evolution is so important to me, and teaching movement through yoga and sharing manifestation and cognitive behavioral coping skills through a yogic philosophy, unifying the soul and the physical body for healing makes a lot of sense to me. And so I'm like, what am I going to call this yoga class that I'm doing to EDM music? And I'm like, EDM breathwork, it's all these fun things. And I go to GoDaddy.com and I type in EDMyoga.com, and it's 1 penny. Literally, I bought EDMyoga.com for 1 penny. And then I went to YouTube and I realized that the @EDM Yoga handle was available. And so now we have that. And EDM Yoga is an ever evolving, always expanding business. And it doesn't have to be completely built out right now for me to know that I'm thinking from the end, and I see what EDM yoga is going to be. right? But I'm not sitting here freaking out that I don't have an entire structure built for that exact program yet. Like, I know EDM yoga is literally going to be the next Zumba, and I can't wait to watch this back after it's done. But I have no urgency because I trust the process and I trust divine right timing, and I always just take action on whatever the most profitable, most fun thing of the moment is. And so right now for me, Impact Psychedelics, which is ketamine assisted therapy online, is prominent. It's so important because we need to be able to heal, right? It's not that people have addiction. It's not that people are depressed and have anxiety. It's that they are disconnected. There's no union between the physical body and the soul. And the physical self is telling the story of what it doesn't want. It's practicing the old story over and over and over again. And at Impact, we help you harness the power of your mind so that you can not only create new neural networks in your mind and new structures in your brain for new patterns of thought, so that you don't have to keep creating the same bad things in your life that you've learned from the unhealed society that has raised you, right? And this idea of being able to make an impact. Imagine more peace and conscious thinking, you guys. And so that gets me excited, right? So I have all of these different things going on. And of course, Christina Joy Coaching is running itself right now because it's a beautiful, beautiful course. Inside of the Total Transformation course, I think we have over 370 lessons the last time I checked. And I'm always adding more to the Total Transformation course because it's ever evolving, always expanding. And every single person that has gone through this particular course ends up saying after they're done, oh, I don't want to work my shitty job anymore. I want to do what you do. And that's where EE comes in. So usually the trajectory of the client life is that they'll come do the Total Transformation course, they'll heal their body, their mind, they'll understand manifestation, and then from that place of vibrational alignment, they'll have their own type of talent and gift that they want to share with their community, and then I help them set up a sacred structure for infinite abundance. And so basically, I want to talk a little bit more about how EEE gets shit done, because today is Tuesday and it's all about your Mars, right? So how do you get shit done? You get shit done by alchemizing your pain into your passion. So what are the things that you have moved through that you can help someone else move through? What is a problem that needs to be solved? Because that's what business is about. And I'm a businesswoman at heart, you guys. I studied business management in college. I graduated at the top of my class, first in my class of all boys. After expediting and accelerating the process of my degree, instead of being a 4-year process, I did it in 3. And I still hit the top of a class of all boys. And I studied business management, and I specialized in negotiations. And being able to negotiate with your mind is your best case scenario. And you are a business. So even if you don't want to start a freaking business, you are a business. You are a brand. So finding clarity on who you are is very important. And it's all about all of the things that have happened to you within your life and how you can bring forth something that will expedite evolution through everything that you've been through. And then you're going to attune. You're going to attune your frequency, right? And we do a lot of breath work. We do a lot of meditation. We teach you how to be a soul in a body. So this isn't just some stuffy business course where you're going to just know what you need to do to get your LLC and get your domains and set up your type form and link that to your MailChimp and make sure that all of your ducks are in a row. Yeah, we're going to do that. But while we're doing that, we're also going to rewire and reprogram your mind so that you can actually believe in yourself. Because that's the thing that's missing from a lot of the programs that are out there, is that the people who are running these programs actually don't even understand the law of attraction. They try to say, oh yeah, I understand manifestation, but like, you actually don't understand manifestation if you don't understand the law of vibration, and you can't translate universal source energy. Because if you're not this tapped in, you're coming from a very surface level place, and that's not going to get you very far. That's going to be a very surface level experience. So for us, for universal source energy, which Entrepreneurs Expediting Evolution was literally channeled through me as a vessel for universal source onto this beautiful course to help you let go of the fear-based conditioning so you can actually expedite your own evolution and therefore the evolution of everybody else. And so you're attuning your frequency, you're raising your frequency through breathwork practices, through sound healing, through understanding who you really are. And a lot of our spiritual entrepreneurs inside of EEE are healers. And we all come together in this beautiful divine group of co-creation, because this is co-creation at its best. It's all about coming together to become better together, to be students and teachers of life. And to have that support and have that group of people who are also going through what you're going through and growing with you is the most powerful, most magnetic thing ever. And I know you guys are seeing that because you're enjoying yourselves inside of the group, getting to know each other. And I'm really excited for tomorrow, because tomorrow is Wednesday, and Wednesday is ruled by Mercury, and Mercury is the messenger planet. He's always like 1 or 2 signs behind your sun, and he is all about communication. And so tomorrow we are going to have the opportunity to have everyone within the challenge send their own post to the EEE group in an engagement group style, so that you can see what it'll be like when you're actually an EEE VIP, and to have the support of the tribe behind every post that you post. So imagine that. You make a post and you get to send your post to a group of all of your best friends, spiritual entrepreneurs, and all of those people will go to your page to like, comment, save, and share your post. Can you imagine how good that feels? Well, you don't even have to just imagine it, because we're going to do it tomorrow. So start to prepare. Maybe you make a new post that reintroduces your brand, because on Sunday we worked on the sun, which is your brand, how you show up, how people perceive you in the world. On Monday is the moon, who passively attracts. And so we worked on what is your offering going to be? How are you going to passively attract things into your life so that you have this beautiful course where people can understand what you're talking about, so that when you do end up having one-on-one calls, you can go deep into whatever that person needs specifically for them, customizing your teaching to them, but with them already knowing the basic foundation of your teaching, so that they understand it better and it goes further. So with all of my courses, that's why I create my courses. I create them so that I can teach the basics that I'm saying over and over and over again to everybody basically that I meet, right? I can say that once to the camera, and then I can give this person access to all of this information. And now when I do get on a one-on-one phone call with you, I'm going to be able to speak to your specific situation, and you're going to understand the foundational basics of my teachings. So we're going to be able to take you way further than we could have taken you if we just got on the call and you have all of these things going on. And I have so much to tell you, but I have to start just telling you the basics that I just told everybody else, and I've been wasting my breath. No. So you got to create a course so that you can lay the foundation for your teachings. And then from there, you can expand outwards, because this is about taking thought beyond where it is right now. This is about carrying the message forward and creating an even deeper message than has ever been brought forth before. And you can't go there unless you have a foundation built. And so now you know what your course is going to be like. What does that structure look like for you? And then once you have your course and it's all built out, now you have all of this time where now you can start creating retreats. And that's a big part of Entrepreneurs Expediting Evolution, is we teach you the process to be able to work your way from doing a workshop to a ceremony to be able to host a retreat, right? Because you wouldn't just host your very first retreat like right off the bat, and some people think that they can do that, right? So what you actually want to do is start with a 1-day fast. If you were right, you were going to do a literal fast, you're going to just drink water. You would start with intermittent fasting, and then you would go into a 1-day fast, and then you would do a 2, and then you would do a 3, and then you would do a 4. And I teach you how to do this in my Christina Joy Coaching Total Transformation course, which is all about releasing the weight of the world. And guess what? The 2 most demonized things, fasting and psychedelics, are the 2 things that will heal this planet the most and heal you the most. So I teach that in the Total Transformation course. So definitely go check that out because you need it. And with your retreat, you want to make sure that you do a ceremony first, right? You do a beautiful, gorgeous ceremony, and then you move into doing retreats after you feel comfortable with that. And we teach you an entire process on how to activate your vibration to be able to hold space for your clients who are now coming to you from all over the country, from this place of knowing what you need to do. Because these people want to be working with you. And if you don't have a set platform for them to be able to come in and learn from you, what are you doing, right? So Monday, we set all of that up. Tuesday is today. Tuesday's your Mars. This is the most exciting thing about today, is that we get to do this YouTube video, and you guys are gonna get to comment your Mars on the video messages, like in the little swipe post on Instagram. I want to see what all of your Marses are. And on this video, I want you guys to comment how this is all making you feel. And I want you to affirm that you're ready to expedite evolution. And I want you to speak from your heart. I want you to write down, I want you to channel this comment from Universal Source Energy. Just like I'm channeling Universal Source Energy to speak right now. This ever-present stream of love that's flowing through me. And it goes off on tangents, and it does all of these different things. And all of these things are beautiful, bountiful, vibrational frequencies that are coming through. So now take a big deep breath in and a full breath out. And go into the comments and just start writing from your heart. Write down whatever comes through. Wow, I'm so excited to be able to speak my own truth, to be able to create a structure for infinite abundance for myself and for my family. I know that I came here to do this. I know that I'm a vibrational match to Universal Source. I'm ready to channel my course. I'm ready, I'm ready, I'm ready. Whatever comes through for you, I want you to drop that down below, what you're most excited about. Are you excited about hosting retreats? Are you excited about doing ceremonies? Are you excited about doing your course? What is your course going to be about? Write. And make this comment really a true testament to the beginning of your bountiful brand, okay? Because I want you to be able to come back to this video maybe a year from now and be like, holy shit, everything that I wrote down that I wanted to do, that I was excited about, I ended up doing it. Because that's what this is about. This is about setting an intention, speaking what you want to do into existence, having a group, having a community that's holding you accountable, that sees you saying what you're wanting to do. Because everything that I've done, I've been able to do because I've spoken it into existence publicly and had people who I was so excited to show them that I could do it. And even more importantly, had people who I knew needed what I had inside of me. What do you have inside of you that people need, right? Because you have a responsibility. You literally have a responsibility to share your gifts. Because if you're not, first of all, you're not living in alignment, because you're going to end up reaching for food. You're going to be self-medicating. You're going to be telling a fear-based story. You're going to be victimizing yourself. You're going to be noticing all of the crazy crap that's going on in the world, and you're not going to be taking any action to make anything better. You have to be so clear, and you have to be so, what's the word? There's a really good word that describes how crazy I am. Delusional. You gotta be delusional about your goals, because if you can think about this thing, if you can visualize it, if you could see it, you can absolutely do it. You just have to become a vibrational match to it. This is all so easy. The program is completely laid out for you. All you have to do is show up and affirm that you're ready to take your own life into your own hands, because no one is going to do it for you, and that's actually a blessing. And the world is running around extremely confused. And so don't get wrapped up in other people's confusion. Focus on what you want. Show up in the vibration of being ready to learn the things that you need to learn to become the person who has what you want, because that's what this is about. You're not just going to manifest this thing that you want without learning what you need to learn to become the person who has it. Because all of this, as glamorous and as fun and as exciting as my life might look online, there are some serious moments where I'm coaching myself. And the only reason I'm able to show up and coach you guys and to build these businesses and to expedite evolution is because I'm every single day expediting my own evolution by detouring into fear and coming back. And that's the process. It's the stages of growth. The stages of growth go like this. Stage one, you don't even know that you're in a motherfucking pattern. You're in a pattern, you're not showing up in alignment, you're not taking action, you're not, living your purpose, and you don't even know it, right? None of you guys are there. step two, stage two, is that now you see that you're in a pattern, but you still don't know how to get yourself out of it. So you're like, oh, I want to start this business, but I just don't know how. I want to start this business, but I don't know how. I want to start this business, but I don't know how. And then step three, stage three, is that you see that you're in a pattern. You speak out the pattern. I want to do this thing, but I don't know if I can. I want to do this thing, but I don't know if I can. I don't know if I'm ready to do this thing. And then you actively change the story from the 3D to the 4D to the 5D. And I talk about quantum cognitive behavioral therapy and coping skills and the law of attraction in all of my courses. I will teach you all of this. I know it might sound a little bit heady right now, but for those of you guys who have been in the Total Transformation course, you're totally with me. For those of you guys who need more of that, come and be a part of EEE, because I will teach you everything that I know. That is my primary mission and intention, is to teach everything that I know so that you can know what I know and we can take consciousness further. So you're like, I can't fucking do it. And then you realize, okay, I'm in a pattern of thinking that I can't do it. Now let me bring myself back into alignment. What's a better thought that I can think? So the scared thought is, I'm not enough, I'm never doing enough, I don't know if I can do it. Then you would combat that fear-based thought pattern with a thought that feels a little bit better, which is, I always do my best. I always do my best, and I'm choosing to show up. I always do my best, and I'm choosing to show up, okay? So you went from the 3D, which is the fear-based world, bless us all, and from that 3D fear-based world, you're bringing yourself into the 4D, which is the bridge to the new Earth. It's the old, obsolete, lack dimension. Old Earth, bridge, gets you over to the new Earth, the Nurth. The new Earth expedited us, the nexus, the connection point that allows infinite abundance for all. And poverty is obsolete because there's endless resources and endless abundance. It's just a matter of being able to have access to the mindset that you need to be able to let those resources flow into you and therefore create more and more and more of that. We can all create more and more and more of that together. And so now you're in the bridge and you're like, I always do my best. And then from there, you actually notice, wow, I actually have a lot of evidence in my life to tell me that I do my best and I actually do really, really well. And now, oh, maybe I can magnetize some ideas about things that I've done in the past that I'm doing really well at, or, you know, this, that, and the other thing. And then next thing you know, now your thought is, wow, I actually do my best, and my best is actually kind of the best. I really do a good job. I am really good. I'm a really good person. I know a lot. I have a lot to share. I have a lot of gifts. So you basically just run it back, turbo, from 3D to 4D to 5D, from the old Earth to the bridge to the new Earth. And you just keep doing that, and you just keep doing that. And as you do that, you continue to find new things that you're excited about to take action towards. And as you take action towards those things, you manifest all of these different beautiful businesses. You connect with all of these different beautiful pieces of the puzzle of collective consciousness healing. You come together in a group like this, you commit to yourself, you invest in yourself. You have to invest in yourself. If you don't invest in yourself, you are really missing out on your... This is such a big thing that's coming through right now, is there's such a state of scarcity when it comes to investing in ourselves for some reason. But it seems like, you know, when it's something that we need, we'll get it because we need it, right? Okay, so you're sick. You're sick and you need a medicine. You're going to get it. You're going to do that. You're needing a treatment of some sort. You're going to get it. You're going to do it. But what if instead of waiting till we got sick, we just decided to invest in ourselves and to become the best version of ourselves, so that instead of self-medicating and drowning in fear and self-hate and unworthiness, which leads to cancer and all sorts of other chronic illnesses, what if instead of waiting until that happens and then needing to invest in a treatment because you're so sick, you just invested in yourself right now and changed the course of your entire life? Because you have the opportunity to invest in yourself right now. You have the opportunity to become an EEE. And I'm going to take calls. I'm going to take calls with every single one of you. Anyone who wants to hop on the phone with me and talk about your brand and get set up on a program, I'm going to hop on the phone with you. And in the description below this video, you can sign up for that complimentary call with me, because I would not be able to live with myself if I didn't at least get on the phone with you to try and help you set up your own plan to literally save your life. Because if you're not living your best life, you are manifesting some sort of an illness or some sort of a disease. And I can't have that. I can't have that on my conscience. So I have a responsibility to you and to the world and to God and to universal source energy to do this work, because I know that God sent me to do this work. And so we're going to do this together, and I'm going to hold your hand, and we're going to expedite evolution. We're going to heal ourselves to heal the world. I'm so excited to read your comments on this, because you guys are channels of universal source energy, and every single day that you show up, you tap more and more and more into your own power. And one person in vibrational alignment is more powerful than millions who are not, and that's a quote from Abraham Hicks. And the really cool thing is that we are going to have millions and millions and millions of us tapped into the universal source Wi-Fi, and we are going to shift the consciousness of this planet. This is our time. This is us. This is universal source. I love you so much. There is literally so much love and light within our community that darkness can't exist. It literally cannot exist. I'm so stoked. Thank you for being here. Like this video, click the like button, share with your friends, and be sure to subscribe. It really helps with the algorithm. Let's make this message go far and wide, because the world needs us. We'll show up, we'll glow up, we'll take aligned action, we'll alchemize our pain into passion, we'll attune to the frequency of universal source, and we'll attract infinite abundance to us, because it's all around us, and it's just a matter of creating a solid, sacred structure for all of that abundance to flow in. I love you guys so much. I'll see your comments, and I'll see you in the Instagram chat.